And so here we are, the first destination on our global tour. Well, it's not really a global tour. No. And where are we?
Malindi, Kenya.
One of the dominant questions that we get asked is, why did you choose Kenya first and why Malindi? I'm Ingrid Latza.
And I'm Gavin Moffat, and we are 7 t-shirts each. I really hate it when she does that at the same time as me. So we put a tremendous amount of consideration into choosing where we were going to go first on this second biggest adventure of our lifetime. So Kenya kind of got there because we love Africa. We really wanted to stay within Africa. We've been to Kenya several times, business and for pleasure. We understood about Kenya, about the people, the landscape, how beautiful it is, the atmosphere that Kenya has.
And why Malindi? Well, Nairobi is actually too far from the sea. Mombasa's energy is amazing, but it is actually really busy. And we wanted something that was a little bit more of a softer landing, somewhere where we can start our new nomad work lifestyle a little bit more comfortably.
So that was somewhere that we could settle relatively easily, and somewhere that wasn't going to be too hectic, that we knew a little bit about, that we knew we could find the toothpaste that we might want and the soap we might want to buy. And taking into consideration somewhere like Vietnam, we thought Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City in their size were going to be insanely big, 9 million, 10 million people, whereas Malindi is about 120,000 people, so something really easy to handle. One of the other aspects was around the cost. We wanted to try and find somewhere relatively inexpensive, and obviously we're currently earning in South African Rand, so everything we do is in comparison with that. So what is the cost of living in somewhere like Kenya, in Malindi, in comparison to rands?
Safety is also a really big thing for me, more me than it is for Gavin. Just, will I feel comfortable walking down the street on my own? Will I be worried about safety and my things? And Kenya is one of those places where I feel beautifully comfortable. Also, there's scuba diving in Malindi. So there's Watamu as well as the Malindi Marine Reserve, which are amazing dive places.
So we're in the process of scoping locations for our been taking 6 years documentary called Around the World in 80 Dives. And we feel like Kenya, particularly that part of the coast, but all the way down to Mombasa, will form part of that documentary. So it made sense to go there as well.
Another thing that made it easy for us to choose Malindi is we found the perfect spot. So we spend many hours looking for a spot that has all the things that we want. So we have boxes that we tick, and we will share those with you in another insert.
And in reality, despite the fact that this place ticked almost all the boxes, there were 32 individual things that were not quite great about the place that we stayed. Some of them were relatively small and just annoying, but some of them were at the point of the shower doesn't work, the front door doesn't lock, the kitchen door doesn't lock, the Wi-Fi is not really as good as it was promised to be. Plug points, half of them didn't work and the other half you couldn't get the plug in. These things led us towards deciding to call the place Quirky. So we called the place Quirky. Now, what this showed us was that our approach has been, from the very beginning, a positive one of resilience, one of adaptability, one of tolerance, and often collaboration and tremendous amount of communication between the two of us, because we knew there would be challenges. This is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, and it's all about the mindset. So as part of this mindset of all the things that Gavin has mentioned, resilience, communication, tolerance, we've started working on a talk. And the talk has got one of two titles. The first one that we're thinking of is Rearrange for Change. The other one is Towards a Free Range World. We'd love to hear what you think of those, but more importantly,
we'd love to hear a little bit about your views on how you deal with adversity in your life, big or small. We've encountered a little bit of adversity so far, nothing too extreme, and we'll share with you in a future episode more about how we deal with that adversity by collaborating and communicating well with each other. I'm Gavin Moffat.
And I'm Ingrid Lotzer.
Welcome to the second biggest adventure of our lifetime. This is 7 t-shirts each.